Jake Angel on the track.
Blame it on the Bogey. Technically, episode 4, but no one will ever hear episode 3.
We'll call it Blame It on Liam.
Yeah, look,
We'll call it.
someone lost the audio file. I'm not going to point fingers, but what I am prepared to do is give you 20 seconds right now to just say whatever you want to say about it, and then we'll move on.
It was the funniest one we've done, and you fucking ruined it.
I'm happy to blame Dan.
Okay.
The only thing worse than you losing that recording
is
is
my
Bindy's
golf game.
swing.
I couldn't see that
Oh.
All right, I feel like we're done.
Yeah, we can move on now.
I'll probably have another couple jabs, but
That's fine.
That's all right,
That's fine. That's what you do. So how's everyone feeling about their game so far? Maybe we'll start with you, Dan.
I think last time on the podcast that you lost, even though it was pure gold, I was
Yep.
talking about how good I was feeling about my golf game. Mm-hmm. That's turned around, obviously. I've played probably, I don't know, maybe 3 times since then. I was feeling really good about it. Then I had to go away just for some personal stuff for a week, and then since I've got back, I think I've played 2 or 3 times, and I've been hot garbage.
Okay. Yep.
Not to the level of one James Irwin, but bad enough.
Have you
Shout
got
out James Owen.
have you got an example for us?
I do have an example. So I played yesterday on the Sunday just with a mate, Dale. Shout out Dale.
Shout out, Dale.
We
Shout out Dale.
started on the back 9, rounded the back 9, played garbage. First 5 holes, pure muck. Kind of got going a bit for the last 4 holes. And then we walk up to the first tee box, and I see there's a big group standing on the tee box. So I'm like, oh, what's going on here? I walk up. It's the Ioane pennant team and the Goulburn pennant team getting ready for their
So it's a number
pennant-
one.
Their
Yeah.
quarter,
Number one
yeah,
team.
their quarterfinal
The gourmet team,
pennant
if you
team
will.
that they're about to. So they're all standing on the first tee box as me and my group roll up to hit. So me and Dale walk up, and I just said,
Sorry, are you and Dale? Is that your group?
Is that your whole group?
"Oh, there's 2 other
Oh,
old
oh,
fellas."
Okay, apologies.
And they were all right. They teed off, just hit their standard old man drives, 150 metres straight down the middle of the fairway.
Yep.
And I'm standing behind them with Dale going, oh, I don't like this, having a tee off in front of these like 30 golfers who actually are pretty good at golf. And Dale's saying the same thing, saying I don't like this either. So Dale steps up to the plate, I guess, and tees up and Poole hooks one so far left, we'd never see that ball again. So that was a good start. But I said to him, but after he hit it, I said, mate, at least you made good contact. I think that's the important thing to do right now, because like you can pass it off as though you're actually good. It was just a bad shot. So then I stepped up and I've pulled iron on the tee because I'm literally quivering from these 30 people. And I actually knew one of them too, which made it even worse. So I step up, tee the ball up, pull the 5 iron, and I hit. It would have had to have been 20 centimetres behind the ball. Club continues to dribble the ball into the little...
into the stream.
Into the stream.
We should have made it past the red D's.
So then someone from the pennant team, I think it was actually the club captain, yells, oh, yeah, I think that's wet, mate. And you can imagine how I felt about that comment at the time.
Been throwing out high fives.
So
Thanks, mate.
So then, of course, doing the rushed, rather than just routine hit again, obviously I went and hit it from down in the gully because I couldn't possibly hit in front of those guys ever again. Like, I was a mental, bumbling ball of mess. Like, I couldn't do it. And then, so then the guy I knew was like, oh, how you hitting it, mate? And I was like, mate, I've just dribbled one into the gully. How do you think I'm hitting it?
You just saw it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's
hitting 'em wet.
kind of how it goes. So it's not ideal.
Okay.
How
many points did you finish with?
I finished with 29.
It's not horrendous.
It was pretty bad. It was a bad 29. Like it was a 12 on the back 9, which is bad.
Yep. Okay.
And then a 12 on the front 9, which front 9 I probably just played kind of average, had some things not going my way.
Yep. It happens. Aaron?
Look, I've probably been better. No, it hasn't been completely shit. Like, I've just haven't had a game where, like, I don't think anyone has, where it's, I'm putting and
Yeah, it's all
driving
working.
and my irons are glorious. I've been getting a bit frustrated with my driver late. I'm trying to hit the ball.
Launcher? Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to hit the ball, and unfortunately, when I do that, I slice it.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday, I took myself out by myself, just a cheeky 9, and so same thing. I think that I'm doing the exact same setup, but I'm obviously not, because there'll be sometimes I'll hit it on the 4th. I'll hit it straight 200 meters, and then yesterday I'll put it in the trees, and it's frustrating. So I just tried to change it up a little bit and maybe do about 60-70% of the swing, and it probably went further than on the 5th than I've ever hit it. And
Tempo.
Tempo, very important.
Shout out tempo.
But other than that, like there was probably a week where I was just ready to stab someone because
All
I
been
was
there.
just playing horrendous. But I think I was bit golf fatigued. Like my back was pretty sore, and But I've got a game coming up tomorrow morning, which I'm looking forward to, which should be a bit of fun. We'll see.
All right.
How it goes.
We'll see. Jimbo?
Here's what we're all here to listen to.
Yeah, this is
Jimbo, how's your golf
Shout
game
out,
going, mate?
Jimbo.
Well, yeah. Thankfully, I was pretty excited when the last podcast got unintentionally deleted or lost because I was playing.
Oh, so you sabotaged it?
Yeah, I
You
was-
slipped a
yeah,
hundy,
okay.
cheeky little hundy slipper.
I was playing pretty bad golf, and somehow I've gotten worse. So what a time! So when it was last time I played Friday?
Friday.
19 points? No,
I think it was less. I think it was 16 points.
I don't
16.
think you got.
I do
19.
believe I could probably
Oh.
get
I think I had 5 on the front, 11 on the back. That would have
16
16
points.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a great time. You and Dan were there. It was pretty fun time all around. I've really mastered the 1 links. I think we can lock that in.
Bindi DeChambeau.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think this is the fatal flaw in the 1 length iron.
When it's not on, it's not on. For
No,
every
you
odds.
don't.
nowhere.
Yeah,
It
you
is
don't.
actually
You
nowhere.
don't have a club you can go to. Like, so
I can pull that driver off the deck.
Yeah, you've been driving the ball really
Yeah.
well too.
Yep.
You've been driving it well off the tee. Why wouldn't you do it?
Why wouldn't you hit it off the deck well? But so and I'm sure everyone in the room, other than Jimbo at the moment, has a club that they pull out of the bag and they're like, I know I can hit this well. I know I can make good contact. Whatever. For me, it's my 7 iron. For some people, it's a 4 iron.
I mean, I
whatever.
hit my 60 degree pretty well, but that's not much use off the tee.
But for you,
Could be better than
all your
nothing.
irons are the same length.
Yeah.
So when it's not
And
working,
go on the same distance, about 6 meters. Left. 6 meters left. Like, yeah.
So what I'm hearing is at this stage, what are we? Nearly 2 months in. 2 months in.
mm-hmm.
Nearly.
Mm.
It wasn't worth the investment at this stage.
No, they're definitely better than the Silver Cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Oh, here we go.
What does your golf coach think is the issue with your swing? Oh no, that's right. You don't have one. Maybe that's why we're here. So what do you think's going wrong with your swing, Bindi? Given you're the best skills coach in the world, I assume.
I mean, you've stretched that a little bit, but I'm happy to play on. The issue is my rotation of the club face.
Okay.
So I'm either getting the club face back too early or not getting it back square quick enough. So I'm either hitting it right or left. So, yeah, that seems to be my current issue with the old 9 to 3 swing.
And how are you going to fix that? Oh, you don't know because you don't have a coach to tell you. Okay.
How do you know?
I feel like it's
Hang
hard
on,
because there was heaps of things in episode 3 that we went over.
Yeah.
And now I can't remember what we went
He
over.
has a secret
We definitely
coach.
discussed the secret
Yeah,
coach.
there was
Well, that's
definitely
going
a
really
steep
well, isn't it?
secret coach.
Coach is obviously paying dividends. Glad you're not paying him because
Maybe you should.
Woo!
Yeah.
Maybe
Who
you
said
should,
it's a him?
maybe
Or
you
her.
should elaborate on.
Yeah.
We obviously know what's happening.
Talk to us about
Yeah,
your
so
secret
I
coach.
have a full-time secret coach, which, Dan's obviously still filthy about because I'm not paying they.
I wouldn't pay them either
Why not?
because you've gotten significantly worse.
I don't know if significantly worse. That's a stretch. I've definitely gotten worse. But,
It's aggressive.
yeah. No, things have actually been going really well. My body's feeling better. I can now run without tearing something. I can also
That's
swing.
weird.
Useful in
win.
golf?
Yeah.
Running?
Well, I was just meaning more as a,
Okay, yeah. Go on.
I was running yesterday, running after my ball because didn't want to hold people up. If that helps. It could be an issue.
So what you're saying is your secret coach is your approach is to get your body right, and in turn, that will fix your swing, or it will help fix your golf game.
Yeah, I think holistically it will help my golf game. I mean, being able to bend over and pick up the ball out of the hole was a bit of an issue there for a while. So.
Yep. I do recall being asked to get your ball out of the hole.
Yeah, I agree. If I'm doing nice things for you, you know I felt sorry for you.
I mean, you watch me limp around with a torn hamstring and we're like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll get your ball.
Yeah.
You actually wrapped it. That was nice.
Yeah, he did. On course physio. It's very nice of you, Dan.
It was,
What about you, Lily?
My game is starting to turn a corner. So I appreciate that this isn't something that most 19 handicappers can do, but I can work the ball both ways now with my irons. So I can work them from right to left, put draw on it, and I can work them from left to right, put cut on it. And if you want to see an example of that, there is a nice example of that on the Blame It on the Bogey Instagram, where I cut the ball to take the water out of play and put it in the middle of the green. Now, I appreciate too that sometimes I don't have complete control of it, but I know now that I effectively have two misses. One is a pull to the left, and one is a weak fade to the right. So I've eliminated all the other misses so far, and at the moment the pull left and fade to the right are generally only happening with my driver, which is annoying. Because I have hit some drives a really long way, but they've also gone 80 metres to the left over two fairways.
Sort of like dead straight.
But dead straight.
Dead straight. You just,
Yeah.
I don't feel like there should be 3.8 strokes between us. That's some bullshit.
And then, so my last three rounds, I've had 39 points, 36 points, and 31 points. And the 31-pointer was in some pretty difficult conditions. But if you actually look at the scorecard in that 31-pointer, I had 18 points on the back nine with 3 wipes. So I think I had 3 pars and a birdie, 3 wipes, and a couple of bogeys. And then on the front, I sort of just fell apart at the end. I just kept getting 1-pointers because I just couldn't control my driver. So particularly with my irons, my ball striking has improved. You'll also notice that I got 2 nearest to pins in that same competition. So the ball striking with my irons has come a long way, but my clubs they don't fit me is also the other issue. They're too long and they're a regular flex. So my 7-iron swing is about 90 miles an hour. So you can see, if you slow down my swing with my irons, that club is really flexed at the top. So I think that makes some of my shots hard to control. So I've made some strides there as well. A listener of the show
Avid listener. Favorite.
He loves the show. Absolutely loves the show.
Captain America.
Captain America.
Shout out Captain America.
He is replacing his irons or half his irons because he had a combo set. So he's offered to sell me his TaylorMade P790s, which I've actually had his 7-iron for a few months now, and I really like it. And then I have purchased the other irons that I require to make up the set.
Breaking news.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is,
Can you make sure you
Headlines.
press record so we don't have to do this again next week?
Pew, pew, pew.
So I think you guys are in trouble. That's what I think.
wow, okay.
Yep.
I'm not worried. I'm just not.
Yeah, I'm not concerned.
I mean, I'm also not concerned, and I scored 16 points last week.
I actually, to be honest, I thought that you quit.
Yeah.
'Cause
He honestly may as well have.
Yeah. I thought that it was, again, in our last episode that was lost, you did mention that you had an incident on 18 holes and you wiped from like the
Yeah, I
sixth
mean,
hole
I got
onwards.
to the 6th hole and then wiped the back 9 and left after 9.
Yep.
So, yeah, that definitely
So
happened.
you quit, but you quit.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And then
So I thought you quit again with
weirdly,
the
the
16.
next week, I played worse golf. So,
But you didn't quit.
no.
Proud. Well
Yeah,
done.
I pushed through.
Yeah,
Can I
well
can
done.
I ask, and we'll go around the room, like what is everyone's strategy in terms of course management or approaching shots? Because this has been the single biggest adjustment that I've made to my game, is that prior, like in the lead up to this competition, I was always thinking about the hole, or I want to do this, and this on the hole. Whereas now I've shifted to it's a single shot focus. So pull out the driver, I want to do this with it. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, I just approach the next shot. So I don't put any pressure on myself to score 3 points, 4 points, 2 points on a hole. Every shot is taken on its merits and played accordingly, effectively, and that has allowed me to play much better golf. But given there are at least 2 members of this podcast who seem to crumble under any pressure, I'm curious.
Is that Aaron and Dan?
I actually
He
think
was looking at me.
my like crumbling has reduced of late.
Yeah,
I don't think
okay.
I've crumbled. I've just been playing shitty.
Yep.
But to answer your question though, I've stopped. When I was playing originally, I would make decisions on what club to hit based on like if I'm as far away, like if I'm 300 meters from the hole, I'll hit the club that goes the furthest because I'm not going to get there. However, I've now started to say to them, because I'm really bad at chipping's fine, like chips around
Yep.
the green I'm okay at, but like a 30 to 60 meters,
Yeah, so if you've got to do like a half or 3/4 swing,
I
basically.
may as well hit it left-handed. Like I'm so bad at them. So I've now just started to try and avoid those shots. So if I'm 230 meters away, rather than try and hit it 190 meters and end up with like, so hit a 5-iron, I might have hit 2 wedges.
Yeah, okay.
So I can avoid that altogether. And that's been good for me. And it's also a mindset of like realizing I'm actually not a PGA Tour golfer.
What?
So like getting disappointed that you don't get a birdie or a par is actually ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, well, you just
Yeah, I
want
agree with that.
you need yeah.
So,
So I
like-
definitely agree with that. Playing to your handicap.
yeah. So like saying, like for example, on the par 5s, like stop trying to get there in 2 shots, mate. Like,
Yeah.
because you're a bloody 900 handicapper, you're not going to do it. So just get there in a reasonable amount. If it takes 3-4 shots, then get there in 4 shots. Just don't get there in 7 shots.
Yeah.
So that's been my biggest mindset change, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me it just depends on the day. Like at the start of the day, I'll start with, instead of I want to win, I'll start with okay, well, because I normally play 18-hole comp on a Tuesday, so I'll start with okay, well, let's try and not have any wipes and no 3 putts. They're my 2. Look, unfortunately, they're my 2 goals every week because there's always
Yeah.
a sneaky little, at least 1 3-putt, and I played comp last week and ended up with, I think, 4 wipes on the back 9, which is horrendous.
Yep.
So they're sort of my goals. When I'm hitting shots on when I'm actually playing, it just sort of depends how I'm hitting.
Yep.
So I by no means will be like, right, this hole I'm getting a birdie or whatever. But if I'm hitting my irons well, like I'm actually getting a lot better at my pitching. I've started to try and use my P and my lob wedge a lot more,
Yep.
which is taking a lot of the time. It's taking out that 3rd putt, which is great. But yeah, so I'll sort of go
close.
with, so I'm kind of go with more goal orientated. So
Yep.
I did when I first started off and I had opportunities to get birdie, I'd be like, oh my God, birdie putt. And then obviously I'd miss it and then either end up with par or a bogey. But now it's just like, okay, well, let's try and, if it is a a par 4. Like, let's try and get within putting distance after 3.
Yep.
Like 3 shots. Like, if I'm on the green on, 2, great. If I'm on the green on 3, like, so where we're at our, I'll say careers, use it loosely, but like bogey golf, if you're playing Stableford, bogey golf will win games.
Yeah, without question. Yep.
Yeah, but I'll just be, like I said, more goal orientated, no 3 putts, no wipes. And now I'm throwing in, I'd like to get sort of at least 4 pars in 18.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 4-putt yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, and that's a lie. I wasn't in after 3 putts, then just picked up the ball and walked away.
Yeah, okay.
And like they weren't hard putts either.
I was on the green in 2 for par 5, so I was putting for eagle. Obviously 3-putted and got par.
It would have been a long 3-putt. Like, I imagine you'd have been far away from the hole though, right?
Yeah, but like on the back of the green, so I wasn't.
Yeah,
like
okay.
it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jimbo,
Yep.
you got any strategies, mate?
Just hoping to make contact.
Nah.
Going for 10 metres, not 6.
Liam and I obviously speak a fair bit off air about that sort of mental skill space and some of the stuff I'm doing in other areas of my life, and trying different mental skill strategies on the golf course has obviously worked really well for my game. But no, there's a couple of things that I've tried recently that have been very poor. But I think back when I was playing better golf, my focus was less on shot to shot, less on hole to hole, more on like 3 holes at a time. Mm-hmm. So rather than going, right, I want to get, 3 points this hole, or 2 the next or whatever, I just sort of give myself, depending on if I like the 3 holes or not, like giving myself between, 5 to 8 points that I want to get in that 3-hole block. And then that really takes, for me, that takes the pressure off. You have a bad shot, it's like, well, it doesn't actually matter because, in this block I could have anywhere between, 9 to 15 shots. Mm-hmm. So there's plenty of time to catch it up. But recently, what I've really been trying to put into practice is some of the stuff that I'm trying to do with some of our sevens players. And I've been trying a few different things. It wouldn't work for my personality type or athletic type or any of that. But yes, I don't want to just be preaching stuff that I haven't tried. And yeah, it hasn't worked for me. Obviously, if you two have seen on the course, I've essentially imploded. But yeah, I think if I can get back to that 3-hole golf, I think I won't be as bad. I'm not saying I'm going to be great. I just don't think I'll be as bad.
Okay. Fair enough. Jimbo's had so many wipes, he calls them woos now. So and he has more than one in succession, he just goes, I had a woo.
Yep. So I mean, yeah, that.
It sounds peppier. Like,
Yeah.
It's
Puts
very,
you in it's a fun way to say, I had a shit
another
hole.
woo.
Yeah.
Well played. I'm not mad about that.
So the other thing we have to talk about is the blame it on the bogey golf day,
The golf day, yeah. Yep.
which we
Talked about in depth.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Oh, we lost it.
No one knows.
Yeah.
The people don't know.
I thought we moved on.
Yeah, I thought we had 20 seconds hiatus on this, but play on.
But when I say we, Aaron's made progress on the blame it on the bogey golf day.
Yep, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not. Like, we've had a little bit. I've had a chat with the club captain, Carmel Lynch. Shout out, Carmel. And so I'm going to catch up with her hopefully in the next week.
Yep.
And we'll try and make sure it's an option that Ioane will come and help with. But, see if we can lock in a date and then start the ball rolling. I did introduce myself to the female club champion.
Yep.
Who
He has aspirations to be a professional.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slightly more chance than us.
Very slight. Yep. Slight.
Little one.
But yeah, so I introduced myself to her and just had a quick chat and just very brief. It's very hard to put it in like a few sentences of who you are,
what we're here
what
for,
you're doing, and why you actually want to give someone money without sounding weird. Like, so it's a bit.
I mean,
it's tough.
To be fair, it's better than an Instagram DM.
That's true. That's true.
Hello, I want to give you some
Amen
money.
to that.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, I want to give you some money. Yeah, yeah, that's true. But look, she was lovely, and basically said anything that she could do to help. She was willing to help out and is hoping to be here for the day.
Yeah.
What if we say to her, like, you can only have the money we raise if you fix Bindy's swing? Is she that good?
She's a playing professional. I mean, she can't fix him.
Yeah, he's beyond fixable at this point, isn't he?
If his secret coach can't fix him,
Yeah.
he can't fix himself.
So
I mean, August 14, 16, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
So August 21 was the date we had identified, which is a Friday.
And I think someone had to decide whether or not there was a wedding on.
Oh.
Oh,
It's a good question.
we'll
I still haven't checked. Let's
Yeah,
be
no,
real.
I mean, it's only been 3 weeks
But
since you talked about it.
I think August 21, morning of, people roll in. One of us is wearing our matching skort and polo shirt ensemble.
We'll get
First event of the day, driving range. Driving range, hitting bombs at the long drive loser.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be me. That's
I was going to say, let's call him by his real name, Dan Jackson.
although the way we do the test, anyone, because if you're not clicking on that day,
No, you're
Yeah,
out.
you're
you're in
out.
trouble.
You
Yeah,
lose.
It's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I know we spoke about it on the Lost podcast, but no warm-up swings this time, Dan?
Yeah, no warm-up swings down.
all-
I mean,
Three
you
of us-
need warm, otherwise you'll miss the ball, mate. But no warm-up swings is fine for me. No
I
problem.
also think if you shank it bad enough and the SkyTrack doesn't pick it up, that counts.
I mean, that I would suggest that that's a box of bus rosé.
Oh.
What if you like crush it though and the thing doesn't pick it up? Because that happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you crush it, that's
I think
fine.
he's more referring to when I hosel shank
Yeah.
at 2 meters and it doesn't get
And you go,
picked up.
oh, it doesn't count. Oh, get another one. No,
You are the only
no, you
person.
don't.
And then
Incorrect.
then to be fair, I did smoke that last one.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the first event of the day. Second event is obviously so we want to have an Ambrose competition for 4-person Ambrose, up to 36 teams.
Do we want Ambrose or Scramble?
I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah, I've never played Scramble. I have heard that Scramble's quite fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we don't have any. Like, we don't have nothing set in stone.
No, there's no rules.
No, there's no rules. There's no rules. But I have thought, like, it would be good if we could get a couple of the 2 main people that we're trying to support involved, and
Agreed,
maybe
yeah.
going for the par 3s.
Yep.
That would be a good little.
Yeah,
maybe
so
we
that's-
because
yeah.
we have thrown out a figure.
Yeah.
We've thrown it out. It
We-
might get thrown into the bin.
Well,
But-
the figure initially scared me a little bit, but then I'm thinking, 36 teams, $500 per team, which in a perfect world includes lunch, and you get to watch Bindi roll around in his skort, and also get to watch us fire away at Dan on the driving range.
It's true.
I don't think it's unreasonable, and given given the respective industries that we work in, there are some really giving people who I'm sure would be prepared to put up prizes or
I think we're gonna have some pretty good prizes.
yeah.
Like, I
Agreed.
think it'll be like, I
Can you
feel
stop
like
playing with that?
I feel like I'm throwing out the figure of 20,000. I think that, like you said, 36 teams, $500
Per team.
per team, and if it would be great if we could get some lunch, some drinks,
Yeah,
a
well,
few balls, maybe like 3. Everyone gets 3 balls.
yeah, I think we should put each of our faces on a box of balls. So you could buy a Liam box or a Liam sleeve. You can buy an Aaron sleeve,
Okay.
a Dan sleeve. Hey, maybe you could even buy a Bindi sleeve.
Will mine be slice weighted balls?
Yeah. We won't get too many of the Bindi edition.
No one wants a Bindi ball. On that, does everyone have a preferred ball currently that they're playing?
Yep, I rock the TaylorMade Tour Response in yellow because I don't know if my eyes is going, but it seems to be a lot easier to find in the rough. Also seems to be a lot easier to follow them into the lake Calamade.
Yes. Where you've put a few balls into
I
that
literally
lake.
put 4 brand spanking. I was so excited that I could finally afford to buy a box of 12 with my winnings.
All comp winnings, yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
And 4 directly into Lake Calamade on the 11th hole at Ioane. Where are the scuba divers? Because the amount
Yeah.
of balls that have EG written on them, I might as well just get my own. I need some with some scuba gear.
I've decided
And
that
KG.
yellow balls are fool's gold. I don't find them any easier to find at all.
Okay.
I still lose them all the time. But I've just made the ball change.
Oh.
I've moved. I was using TaylorMade soft response,
Yep.
and I've moved to Callaway Chrome Softs.
Okay, the triple.
Ooh.
No, the ones with the funky soccer ball patterns.
Yeah, okay.
And why did you use those? Because you found a yellow
one.
one.
Yeah, I found one just randomly in a garden, and I liked it. So now I've got lots of them.
All right. I like that.
Bindi. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, I basically use any Callaway ball or any Big L ball that I find at Ioane. I've
Yeah, there's been.
found 3 of them in the last few weeks. So
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are finding the vintage Big L's.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
found a vintage
yeah.
Big L Nike
Nikes.
ball. Like, when was that?
It would have
It's
been
in-
January.
Yeah, January. And how long has it been since you played at Gungahlin?
I quit Capital North as soon as we joined it
Yeah.
at Ioane. So,
So it would have been like months, like a few months.
yeah, long time.
Yeah.
Very long time.
Shout out
Since-
Capital
6 months
North.
ago.
Yeah. 6 months, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think our memberships ran out in October.
Yeah, that's right. And then we moved
And then
over
we moved to
Ioane,
Ioane.
yeah.
So, September sometime.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
found it.
Yep.
I still have it. I actually used it the other day as my water ball.
That's some real respect for the Big L ball.
Yep.
Yeah, I bought 50 balls from
Shout out Lost
lostgolfballs.com.au.
Gold Balls.
They were refurbished Pro V1Xs, which I really like. And I'm almost comfortable now to go out and buy a new box of Pro V1Xs.
$80 a box.
Yeah, because the last 3 rounds I've played, I've lost 1 ball.
Yeah, I only lost 1 ball yesterday.
Mm.
Pretty happy with that.
Actually, I only lost 1 ball yesterday.
I lost 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The other ball I really like is the TP5, the TaylorMade TP5.
The Pix one? With
Yeah,
the-
with
yeah,
all
they
the-
are very pretty.
They are
Yeah.
good balls, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, I say I'm almost there. 3 rounds is not a really big sample size, is it?
No, it's not great. It's not ideal, but here we are.
I definitely lose balls at a lower clip, but yeah, I'm definitely not on that.
Do you think that's also because we're no longer at lakes? Because I would minimum 5 balls around.
Yeah, because Lakes has got Lakes has a bit more water,
Hence,
some
hence the
longer
name,
reeds.
I guess.
Yeah. Shorter rough at Ioane at the moment. I don't know, but I definitely lose less of them. Even with the leaves starting to fall.
Yeah, that's why I go yellow.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they get,
That's why the white and red, like Truvis Chrome Softs are good because you see like the different colours.
Oh, yeah.
I've found the yellow for me, the yellow same colour as all the bloody leaves. That kills me.
yeah. I can't hit red balls because as soon as I tee off, I lose it. I can't see it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm actually red green colorblind. So
Yeah, so am
Yeah.
I.
so cricket was a nightmare for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
So the other thing I think we should discuss, Dan, and we'll start with you. Do you really think you can win this competition? And who do you think will win the competition?
I definitely think I can win, because I will take it the most seriously. Like Jimbo, I've essentially ruled him
Wow.
out at this point.
Okay.
Like he doesn't
Yeah.
Shout out, Jimbo.
yeah, like he's
You've worn him out as in you've
yeah.
psyched him
Unless
out.
something drastically changes, like he's got zero chance to win this competition to the point that I think he's going to finish this competition with a higher handicap than he can. I think.
Are you on track for that?
It has gone up the last
Yeah,
2
it has
weeks.
gone up.
Liam, I think the reason I think you won't win is just simply because you started from a lower base, and I think the improvements at the end of the competition mean that if you were to win, you would be playing off like at least low teens at the absolute worst, and I think that's a big challenge considering you've got baby on the way. And then so I think it's down
It's
to
motivation for me.
Yeah, I think it's down to Aaron and I just fuck you, Aaron. That's it. So.
I mean,
Okay.
we were basically building to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I think, I just need to fix some things up, and I'm confident I can. If I can figure out how to not slice it 8 million miles left right every time I hit it, and then figure out how to hit those like 20 to 60 meter pitches, I'm pretty confident I could get down to easily below 20. I'm talking 17, 18.
So you started at
20.
26.9.
Yeah.
What's your handicap right now?
26.4.
Oh, yeah, it's going well for you. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one.
It went up, so I'm actually going back in the right direction. But I'm not concerned, no.
Okay. All right. Aaron?
Yeah, I feel like I could win also.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's just, I think that for me at the moment, my putting's a bit of a letdown.
Yep.
I think my short game's actually improved a bit, which is nice. Something has improved and hasn't gone to shit. That's good. And if I can be a little bit more consistent with my drives, I actually too think that I would love to get into the teens.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, how long have we got? 4 months.
4 months. August 16th.
Yeah, I'd like to think that 17, 18 isn't unreachable for me.
When you think of it that way, 4 months, like we were saying that at the start, thinking, we're going to lose 10 in this time. We've lost
Dreaming.
nothing. Yeah, we haven't lost any. No one's lost anything, which is a concern.
But there's also people are like, oh yeah, I've lost, 3, what do we call bananas in 12 months, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm hoping to lose 6 in 6 months. Like, who are you fucking kidding?
Yeah. Yeah.
But and at mine, I can't remember what I started on.
So you started at 23.9.
23.9. I went down to 21.9, then I've gone
That's
up
right.
to 22.8.
Okay.
So I think they're
1.1. It's not bad.
it's not terrible. So the good thing is that I at least know that what it is that's letting me down. So that's nice. And I am getting to the point now, if I hit a ball, I'll be like, oh, yep, this is what I did wrong, which is also fucking frustrating, but it's also nice because you know that's
Well, you recognise that in your
what
own
it is.
game
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that I can win.
Who's your tip, if not yourself?
Yeah, I agree with Dan. I think that you started low. That's all. Don't give me that look. Hey. So who as of right now, it'd be Jacko. Just get your shit sorted. I'm not saying that as of today. Can that change next week?
She's pointing at Bindi, to be clear.
Yeah, get your shit together. That can change as of 2 weeks' time.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, I think
2-horse race is what you're saying.
Yeah, as of this week.
Okay. Bindi?
I mean, yeah. What a time. I quit golf twice in the past 2 weeks. So, and what's my handicap gone up 2 points?
Your
Obviously killing it.
handicap is currently you started at 28.6. And what is it right now?
Things like 30 something.
It's 29 something, I think.
I think it's
okay.
29.8, right?
You get 33 shots at Ioane.
Yeah, so it'd have to be
You're on 29.2.
Is that all?
29.2.
Well, actually, I'm still a chance. So, I already feel better about it.
That's honestly a bit kind to you.
What
I
did
reckon.
I
Yeah,
start at?
I thought it was at least.
What did you start at?
Yeah.
Aaron, you started at 23.9.
Okay.
So to put things in perspective,
I'm winning. Am I winning?
I think so.
people might know about what a score differential is.
Yep.
And that's how they figure out your handicap. Bindy's last 2 rounds. Last one was a 43.3.
Yep.
One before that was a 49.3.
Yep.
So that's basically going round as a 50 handicapper.
So he's killing it, is what you're saying.
Sorry, I know that I'm jumping in on Bindi time, but the other thing is too is that as of right now, and I don't know when your season finishes, I think that Dan and I both have a bit more opportunity to say practice and play a bit more.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Because
You,
the weekends
you
are
two
taken
have
up at the
lives.
moment.
We
Yeah.
don't have any lives.
Mm,
Yeah,
No.
we're peak 7 season, so
May.
mid Friday till
Hey,
Monday morning we're
And then July,
hectic, and then
baby.
what are we training 4 or 5 times a week as well. So yeah, but that's no excuse. We knew that commitment coming in.
It is an
Yeah,
excuse.
that's-
It's a legitimate excuse. Like, we just played around.
I mean-
on
yeah, but
last
I'm here to
Friday.
win.
We played around on
This is
Friday and
good.
you hadn't
See,
touched the
we're
golf
all
club
in.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And then we saw the result. It looked like you hadn't touched the golf club in 2 months.
yeah, but I mean,
I love how it's like, Bindi, who do you think's going to win? And then it's just hang shit
I
on
love
Bindi.
yeah, I mean,
woo!
this weirdly I feel better after this chat because I thought I was at least 0.8 higher. But no, yeah, just because the other side of the room can go fuck themselves.
Yep.
My second bet would be Liam.
All right.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's us for you, I guess.
Okay, it'll go well for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, Erin's decided she wants to have Jacko on a team. That's
Wow,
fine.
okay.
That's
All
fine.
right.
Smart choice.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you're very emotional today. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just
It's been,
take it back a
it's
peg.
been a long weekend.
Yeah. I bet.
And Liam, you obviously think you can win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can win. I've got to this point lessonless. There are lots of things that I can do on the golf course at the moment that you guys can't do. And if I get, now is the time where I will go, okay, I want to get some lessons. I obviously want to get control of my driver. One of the things that I have been practicing on my own is my short game. So my chipping around the green. So I hold a couple, not last round, but the previous round. And I think even just that short game stuff has already taken strokes, like allowed me to score better on holes. So I've got to this point without a lesson. And I think, given what I've seen from Erin and Dan in the half a dozen lessons that they've had,
I mean, I've had 2.
okay, between the two of you.
About 3, yeah.
Shout out.
So
Dave.
given the
Dave the pro.
improvement, yeah, shout out Dave. He's obviously good at his job, but given the improvement that I've seen from you two, I think what a pro could do for me would allow me to take the leap that I need to beat you guys.
So what are you saying? You're going to jump on the Dave?
Yeah,
Is
I
how
mean,
we're going?
that's what I'm saying.
Dave.
He's done a
Dave
good
the
job
pro.
with you guys, so I don't see why he wouldn't be able to help me.
Dave
when,
the pro.
when he's
yeah.
working with a better canvas, is that what you're suggesting?
I didn't say that.
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay. Gonna table this. Talk about it later.
Don't talk about it later. but I guess if this, like, so Bindi, I have seen him have really impressive rounds. I've played with him when he scored 39 points. I played with him once in a practice round, no mulligans, where he would have scored 26 or 25 points for 9 holes, which obviously
I was gonna
rivals.
be like,
Yeah, which obviously
9 holes, that's good.
which obviously rivals Dan's 50 pointer, which is about to come off his
Yeah, we've got
score
about
sheet
6
at the
rounds
moment.
to go.
Yeah.
Well, that's off my score sheet.
so does that mean that it'll just drop significantly, or sorry, does
It,
that mean
it
that
averages out.
It won't
so
make that much.
It
of
won't
a-
make much of a
thought this-
difference.
It won't make
Yeah.
much of a difference at this
Okay.
point. Yeah.
So that rivals that. So if Bindi can figure out his 1-length irons, obviously starting from the highest base, it can rapidly come down. You've seen that, in the last 12 months since we first started playing, how quickly it can go down when you're starting from a base of 30 or 35 or whatever. But my money's on Erin. I think Erin has the most potential out of any of us.
I think that Aaron would be the bookie's favourite. Let's put it that way.
without question.
Yeah, I feel a little bit of pressure on that, but you know
Yeah.
what? Shoulders broad enough.
And I actually I actually think Erin is probably going to take out both competitions. She's going to win all of the Drummond money because
Shout out Drummond. Shout
no
out
offense,
Duggo.
Erin, but your long drive contest
Oh, it was
was a
horseshit.
fucking travesty.
Fucking
It was an embarrassment,
It's an embarrassment
and I get called a cheat, and I'm like, however,
by me.
Yep.
yeah, Mr. Warm-up swings. However,
Yeah, I got to second that.
what I was trying. I was not trying to cheat. It was not I'm just going to swing at 20% so I get those vouchers. It was I was trying and I was shit.
Hey, well, you were.
And I was
Yeah.
trying my new swing
Yeah.
that I'd gotten 3 days before.
Yep.
Shout out Dave.
Mm.
Getting called a cheat. Anyway.
Does that mean you have to split your winnings with Dave for the long drive? Because he's
No,
essentially
I mean-
helped you win in a roundabout way.
Well, I mean, it's probably a conversation that might.
I'm just
have
trying to help
come
you
up.
out here, Dave. That's all.
It might. I mean, we might have to have that conversation. It might have to come up.
Mm. Hey,
We will. We'll chat about it.
okay. We'll table it, talk about it later. But so, I mean, I've seen you hit 200 plus meter drives, and
I've also seen me do that.
your best recorded drive was 167 meters.
So filthy.
So for Dan to win, now let's just say you hit a 200 meter drive. That's a 33 meter improvement. For Dan to win, he would need to hit 287 meters.
Which, if he worked out, he could.
Yeah, I mean, if
But he
yeah,
doesn't.
but
Because he's not doing S&C because he said that shit won't work.
yeah, I would have to hit a 200.
Shout out Jan Leg.
I would have to hit a 280 meter drive, and Bindi would have to hit a
Would have to hit the ball.
Well, yeah, well, you'd have to hit the ball. Yeah.
A 36 meter drive.
I mean, I feel like currently that's well warranted. I'm allowed it.
He would have to hit 277.
Okay.
All of which none of us are ever doing. Not just in this competition, ever.
Yeah.
I'm
Right,
never hitting a 280 meter drive.
Yeah.
You could if you worked out.
I don't think I could.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's sad to say. I mean, I guess, Dave, can you work with her the day before? So
Yeah,
she's got a bunk swing again.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy you a lesson for your birthday and book it the day before the long drive competition. Just be like, just driver practice is all we need. Thanks, Dave.
He does know that we're coming in for some driving practice.
So given that the people around this table are we're obviously very supportive of each other and each other's golf games. Aaron, if you had to pick one of us, let's just say you blitz this competition, you gain entry to the Australian Amateur Championship, and you have to pick one of the people in the room to be your caddy. Who's your caddy?
Keeping in mind
Who's your
that
caddy?
Jimbo would probably break down and you'd have to carry your own clubs for the rest of the round. See Dustin Johnson with his own bag on his back when Jimbo's caddying for him as he's going around the Masters.
Oh, dear.
Is this going to be a recurring question? Because this week I know who it'll be, but it could change.
Well, we can revisit this every second or third podcast, I think. I'm fine with that.
You know what? This week it would be Liam.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. Just very knowledgeable.
Shouts to my grandpa.
Yeah, no, it is like when I first started playing in August. Like, actually, to be fair, all of you, I would be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing with this.
Mm.
But yeah, you seem to be able to sort of know what the problem is. When I would be like, I don't know what that sort of means, but and so yeah, I would to this stage, I would say Liam, just pure knowledge.
Knows most of the rules.
Yeah,
That helps.
That's the
No,
thing.
we don't know the rules at
Very
all.
helpful.
His on-course
Etiquette, very
banter's
good
not
at-
great, though.
I think that's why you want him as a caddy.
Yeah, would it be fair to say I have the most even temper? Like, even temperament?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right at the moment, yeah.
Yes.
But
I
Yeah.
think that's.
I don't know. Three Duff Chip Liam is a good time.
Yeah, I agree with
That's
that. We also had last time we played, we had I said at the time, I've never seen you actually do it before. We had the Liam 4-iron dribble off the tee, Liam.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I hadn't experienced before.
Actually, that was,
but thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was...
I mean, that made my 16-point round worthwhile.
And it was the classic, like, duff it off the tee, walk up to your ball at the ladies' tee in a rage, like a ball of rage, and hit another duff. It was the best thing I've ever seen.
I hit another duff.
I hit the ball so bad. Like, if I had to put my hand out, I could have caught it. I hit it, and it went straight up in the air, and I just watched it, and it rolled about
I was gonna say-
2 meters up in front of me, and I just walked up. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have taken the forearm, but I was so angry about it. I just had another whack and dribbled it down the fairway again.
It was great. I loved it. So I was happy about that.
Was it quiet? Was there crickets? No, did anyone say anything? Or did
Dan. I mean,
I had to say
He had
that.
to-
I think I just said like I don't think I've ever seen.
yeah,
you do that
that
and
was
I
the
loved
comment.
every second.
Yeah,
Because like Liam, like we like he kind of doesn't make like brutal beginner mistakes like we do.
Yeah.
Like we'll still duff a
And put
duff
in
a
the
hit
creek.
or completely just mishit it. Liam generally will just miss.
Like his
Right,
shit shot
yeah.
is still sometimes better than.
Yeah, with the exception of the like 40-meter pitches where he'll pitch at 8 meters.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything else is kind of okay.
Yeah.
but so I managed to salvage a. Oh no, I wiped that hole, but then I birdied.
You woo,
following
that
hole.
hole.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm talking about. So that was probably the one moment where I let myself down and got angry about the previous shot before approaching the second shot. So
I see.
yeah. Dan, who's your caddy?
Well, it's not Jimbo because me and him would just bicker the whole time around the course.
I think you should take 7-iron here, Benny. Fuck off. I'm hitting the 4.
And I'm too much of a arrogant alpha male because like I think I'm better than him. Like I wouldn't listen to him. So like getting golf wise, you know what I
agree with
mean?
that.
Like
Yeah.
because I'd be like, well, what do you know, mate? I'm a better golfer than you, so just carry the bag.
Just hand me the
Like,
club.
Yeah, exactly right.
And wait for your golf ball at the end of the day.
I'd say like I agree with Aaron that Liam, you have a good knowledge of golf, so you'd be a solid caddy. And Aaron, I'm kind of in between about because she's good for a like pep talk and a positive she'll be really positive at times. But what scares me the most was it the first podcast when Aaron said like, "How do you know how far you hit your clubs?" And I think I need that from my caddy to know
how far you hit your clubs.
I mean, it was a fair question. Did
I'm not
you
saying-
go on the simulator? Did you go?
Okay,
And
here's
measure
another
the
wrinkle to
green?
add. Who in the room, if they are your caddy, do you think is going to go out to the course and walk it out for you, help you with your strategy, help you with your distances? Who's actually going to put in the work?
Aaron would be good at that too. I think she'd be like because she's
I agree with that.
She's definitely the most like thoughtful and caring of the four of us. So it'd come down to Aaron and Liam, and it's probably going to change week to week, really.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Aaron for now,
Okay.
despite her just guessing the club that I need to use the whole time.
Bindi, who's your caddy?
Obviously, it's me.
Probably just carry my own clubs, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, you do now with your
Yeah.
shitty
Yeah.
What's that?
backpack.
Backpack bag.
You got a backpack.
Get a pull cart.
Yeah, but I don't really know what I need from a caddy other than just carry my clubs. So
Oh, this
might
is
as well
a,
just do it myself.
Yeah, we're back to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why would
You
you
don't
need a
wanna
caddy
pay-
when he already knows everything about golf?
But what's a caddy giving me?
I mean,
The
literally
input.
anything at your point in life.
But it doesn't really matter, does it? If I can't hit the ball 100% the way the caddy suggests, then
But maybe, I mean, the 3 people in this room know your misses better than you do at this point.
but what advice are they going to give me that's going to fix that?
I think one of the advantages of it, because I have the same thing sometimes. You'll be like, oh, I should pull a 7-iron here, or in between a 7 and 8, you'll be like, oh, I'll go the 7.
Yep.
And then you'll be in between clubs, you won't commit to the shot, and you'll stuff it
duff
up.
it.
Whereas I think if you had a caddy that you trusted, and they said hit a 7-iron, you go, all right, let's go. And then you'd actually commit to it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it is.
Imagine if they did that and be like, yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, I wasn't sure.
Geez, I'm glad that came off.
yeah.
But it is interesting because there are caddies, they'll talk about if a player's like hyped or they've had a really good hole and they're coming up to a par 3 or whatever, and the caddy will be like, so the actual distance is 177, but they'll be like, oh, it's 167. Take the club down, knowing that because they're amped,
Pepped, yeah.
they're gonna strike it well. Now, I'm not saying that would work for us because I don't hit the middle of the club face all that often. But I think in that instance, that is definitely an area that a caddy helps.
I would like to, like, if I had like a proper professional caddy to talk me out of trying to do mirror, because my problem is trying
Trying
to
to do
pull
the
off.
tiger shot?
Yeah, I'm like, as I said, I'm a 25 or 6, whatever it is,
Yeah.
handicapper, and there'll be the smallest gap between a tree that I need to cut it round the corner. I'll be like, obviously, I can do this. And then you can imagine the results don't come through.
Oh, I hit a tree, and then you're like, how the fuck did I hit the tree?
Yeah.
So how did I miss that 5 centimeter shot?
So having someone to be out there and go,
Don't be
Settle
a
down,
you're
tiger.
actually garbage. Hit
Yeah.
it back onto the fairway, backwards if you need to.
Yeah.
I think would be quite useful. Or maybe don't try and hit the green with your 3-wood from 240 meters out.
Yep.
Just lay up. That would be useful for
Yep.
sure.
So my answer to this twofold. If I'm trying to fuck with my opponent, it's probably Dan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be great. I think we all know I'd be the worst caddy here.
You would be the worst caddy, so I'd go into this knowing that I'm going to have to do all the work caddying myself.
Yeah.
But Dan will trash talk the opponent to the point of where they can't play golf anymore.
They may cry.
Yeah.
It could be tears.
On the other hand, like you've seen the success Lee Westwood's had having his missus caddy for him.
Yep.
Maybe I'd keep the mood light.
Mate.
Like you'd hit it, you'd hit a rubbish shot, and I'd be like, "Yeah, nice shank, dickhead."
Yeah.
And then you'd laugh it off, and we move on. I don't
Yeah,
know, maybe.
That's a chance.
But I think what you touched on it before, in terms of the trusting someone to do the work, understand my game, understand the course, know my yardage, my meterage, and all of that, it'd be Erin. Without
I'm
question.
very good with notebooks.
Yeah.
I'd have that.
So I believe she would have a very thorough notebook. Before each hole, she'd be like, you need to take this, you need to do this, these are your options, all that stuff, which I think would be very helpful. Less funny.
I'm in favour of a video log of us going around with people caddying for us. Love that idea.
See,
Okay.
what is Lockie doing? What is
yeah.
Ben doing? What are they doing to help this out?
So this is the other thing we need to talk about, because we got in some trouble because people are saying people want us to go to weekly, and
Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah.
If we have one topic, we can talk shit for 40 minutes.
we definitely
That's
can.
doable.
I feel like instead of a weekly podcast, we keep the 2 weekly podcast, or bi-weekly, fortnightly, whatever.
Depending on how many we lose along the way.
Yep. 57 minutes in, we're still on this. And then in between, we start doing some challenge videos.
Yes.
3 club challenges, caddy challenge. Maybe each of us picks a challenge for the 4 of us to compete or to complete as a group.
Guys,
We have some mics. We have iPhones.
See,
can
I
definitely make this
actually have a
work.
good idea for this too.
Okay.
In doing my YouTubing,
Yes.
probably too much. I'm probably
Yeah.
doing a little bit too much because I literally go onto the golf course thing.
I mean, Jimbo's on YouTube right now.
Yeah. That's how riveting we are.
Yeah.
I YouTube too much because I'm like, I think it's actually legitimate that I'm going to get a birdie in every hole.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, obviously it's not going to happen, but that's what the mindset I go in
That's
after
what you have.
YouTubing.
Yep.
What are our thoughts? It would go over weekends.
Okay.
What are our thoughts on doing our own version of like a Masters?
Ooh.
Oh.
Blame it on the
Like
Bogey Masters.
blame it. Like obviously, August is our end date for the major
This
comp.
portion. Yep.
We can have a mini comp in between, but
Sure.
and would it be like maybe play at Ioane, play at
Oh, multi-course.
Yeah,
Capital North.
multi-course.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
So maybe over. What do you do? Normally, it's normally
4
4
rounds. You know
So
what we should do? It is over 4 rounds, but 2 of us get cut after the first 2 rounds.
I mean, I'll be out.
Are we stroke eventing or are we Stableford?
Like I just figured, which I probably shouldn't have, but I just figured stroke.
I think stroke's the
Yeah.
answer,
I think so.
because in terms of the content, like these 2, Dan and Bindi, there'd be some epic meltdowns where they'd have to finish the hole instead of just picking it up and walking onto the next hole.
Yeah,
I mean, that's fine. I'm one of the two people here that have actually played in a stroke event, so I hear the talk from that side of the table. But really, Aaron and I are the only ones that know what stroke events are like. So
Yeah, I'm definitely not great.
yeah,
But I've played in one. But so that would be like we'd obviously need to do it over, I don't know.
A weekend, two weekends.
Or even one a weekend.
lot,
I
yeah.
understand people are busy and so on. But
not busy.
I mean, I'm not. And when I say that we're busy, like obviously I'm looking there.
At James and Liam.
Yeah. So I don't know. So that's. But I think you're right though, because it is difficult at times to get us all here for.
Well, because we can't play in the Tuesday senior women's competition.
You say senior women, and I think it's literally just because you're jealous of the
I am
lovely
jealous.
ladies at UIN.
You know who's never contacted me? The men's club captain.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, and he's never going to be contacting me after he saw me shanking into the lake, into the frigging gully. He's not going to be calling me up. That's for sure.
Good. I'm glad we've got it out in the open now, because I knew it had something to do with this and the quiche I had for lunch. Like, the ladies at UIN are lovely, and it is because of them I will not leave.
Yeah.
I won't leave UIN.
Fair enough.
And I need to do another shout out. Shout out Tina Wilson, who Kelsey and I met playing. Very lovely. Love playing with her. She's just an awesome human. And her mum plays there, and sometimes her sister.
Shout out, Tina.
Yeah,
Shout out Tina.
Just an awesome human who makes playing a lot more enjoyable at times. Because we both get shitty.
Maybe we should get her out with me and Bindi to sort us out. Then. She's like the golf whisperer.
Yeah,
Shout out Tina, come for a round.
Yeah.
She'd love to. She would.
Yeah.
So shout out Tina. Thanks for being
So I
an
think
awesome human.
I think moving forward we commit to fortnightly podcast, and then in between some kind of
We'll
challenge.
actually record the fortnightly podcast. You won't just like sit here for an hour and then delete them.
Oh, I forgot to press the record button.
So
The big red one.
So who is going first? Like,
Well, you know what I'd like to do? I would like to do a 3-club challenge. So 3 clubs and a putter.
Okay.
Now-
Over 9 or over?
I'm open to doing 9, but I think 18 is excessive. So I'm open to doing 9, but I'm also open to doing 3. So a par 4, a par 5, and a par 3.
Okay. Definitely going to do it right now.
Yeah. Like, we could leave right now, have these 3 holes filmed, done.
I mean, my clubs are in the car.
Club's
So-
always in the car.
If everyone's happy, this podcast will go up Tuesday the 30th. So the 3-club challenge will go up on Monday next week.
All right, so we've got to do it this week. So what are we thinking? Thursday?
Thursday morning works.
Thursday morning works.
Boom.
All right.
Bin doobie?
There it is.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We've decided. So that's it for episode 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.
You want to have one more jab? I'm not having this on the next podcast. So get it out again.
We were,
I'll be the judge
funny,
of
but the
one
other
more
one was
jab,
funnier.
Yeah.
I think it was funny.
Yeah.
Although I did speak to Tamika.
Shout out to me.
Big shout out to. I don't know if she's listened to a podcast.
No, she is
did.
now.
She
did on the,
she is
okay,
now.
well, shout out to you. I told her that we lost the podcast. It was the funniest one she did, and she said maybe we peaked too early. Maybe it wasn't
we
meant to
did.
be as funny on podcast 3.
I tell you,
we were.
Very sound from T.
I do have one more surprise for the next podcast.
Ooh.
So in the previous one, I wrote a letter. The listeners will never hear the letter. It was a good letter. Haven't
had
heard
it.
back from the golf financier. Unsurprisingly, written another letter,
Oh.
and I have received a response.
Oh, shit.
But that
Was this about your golf OnlyFans account?
But we will save that for the next episode. So stay tuned. Thank you to you 3.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you to our listeners, mum and dad especially.
Shout out, Mum and Dad.
And we will be back in 1 week with our 3-club challenge and 2 weeks with our next podcast.
Angel on the track.